What is up, everyone? AddictingArts here, and I've got another tutorial for you guys on how to change the eye color of a person, a girl, or a man in Photoshop from a photograph. Now, the photograph that I'm going to show you is just a photo I got straight off Google Images. You can use it on any raw photo or anything from the internet. I'm also going to show you a way how you can change the color straight from the layer that we create, and you won't have to do anything else after you do this. So, here's the photo that I got. It's straight off of Google Images. It's just a bleached out photo. It's in black and white of a girl. You can tell she's kind of got gray eyes. I added this effect in about 20 seconds. I gave her red eyes, and I thought it looked pretty amazing. So I'm just going to show you guys how to do something similar. Now, while you're clicked onto the layer or the photograph that you brought in, just create a new layer right above that. When you're in the layers panel to do this, all you have to do is click the little icon to the one to the left of the trash can, or you can just go to layer, new, layer, and it'll do the same exact thing. After you do this, we're going to go ahead and create a selection around the pupil, and we're going to make sure that it's selected around the outside of it, so we keep the crispness of the eye by making sure that there's no bleed into the pupil. So by doing this, we're just going to click once inside of the pupil while holding Shift and Alt, and then we're going to drag out a little bit, and we're going to create a perfect circle around the pupil. After we do this, we're going to right click in the middle and go to Select Inverse, which will make sure that everything but the pupil is selected. Now that we have this done, we're going to go into our brush. We're going to go into the brush panel. We're going to change the diameter to maybe 25 to 50, depending on the photograph. For this, I'm using size 30 pixels, the hardness on 0, and I'm just using one of the standard soft round brushes, one of the basics that come with Photoshop. And now I'm just going to pick a color. I'm picking a nice bold red. Pick it to anything you want the eyes to be like, but I'll just let you know now that if you pick a wrong color, you can just change the color later. You don't actually have to redo any of this, so the color doesn't matter right now. So all you have to do is just go ahead and color in a little bit around the outside, making sure you're just coloring the whites, or not the whites of the eyes, but around the outside of the pupil. Try not to get it on the eyelashes or the eyelids or the whites of the eyes, but that can always be corrected later. After you get the one eye done, go to Select Deselect, and we're going to do the same to the other. So I'm going to go ahead and hold Shift and Alt, click in the middle and drag out of the pupil, and this will just make sure that we keep the crispness of the eye without disturbing the pupil. After we do this, we're going to right click in the inside again, go to Select Inverse. We're going to go right back to the brush and do the same thing. Just try to keep it inside of the little colored part of the eye, not the whites or the lids or eyelashes or anything like that. And we don't have to worry about the pupil. So after we do this, we can go to Select Deselect again. Click on the pointer tool, and there are two different layer options that you can use to give it the best looking effect. So I'm going to go into the layer blending options, and I'm going to go ahead and click on overlay. Now, as you can see, it colors everything perfectly, and it gives it the nice bold color that we are looking for. You can also try to use color, and it'll give it the same effect, but this is kind of a little too bright for my liking, so I'm going to go right back to overlay. You can mess with all the different blending options, but those are the two best that work for this. Overlay, I think, is the best. Now, if there's any imperfections in the photo or the colors that are the coloration that you did, just go ahead and go to your eraser tool, kind of create a really small brush and just erase those errors. Make sure there's nothing on the lids, the whites, everything like that. And it looks good. So now that we're done with that, we're going to go right back to our pointer tool. We're going to go up to Image, Adjustments, Hue, Saturation, and this is how you can change the eye color. So all you have to do is just drag the hue bar to the left or to the right. It'll change the color to anything that you want. If you do find a color that happens to be way too bright for what you like, but it is the color, all you have to do is just drag the saturation down a little bit, and that'll bring it back to the original gray a little bit, darken it, change that back to 0. You think you can also change the darkness and the lightness to try to change the tones of the colors. But if I change both of those back to 0, then you can just mess around with the hue bar, and I'm going to change it to a nice purple, nice blurple it looks like. And there you guys go. So there's the photo originally. Here's the photo originally. And then after doing this little part of the tutorial, we got some nice blue eyes and brought the color back that she may have had. So I hope you guys liked this tutorial. I hope you guys learned a couple different things other than just coloring her eyes. And I hope to see you guys in the next videos. If you have any questions on what I did or how I did something, just go ahead and leave a comment down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So thanks guys, AddictingArts out.